Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today it's gonna be a kind of shorter one because it's the versus movies. Now, let me little backstory on what the difference with Power Rangers and Sentai when it comes to the team ups. In Power Rangers, it's usually a 1 or 2 part episode. Usually, it's usually within the show. Um, Basically the length of one episode or two. As for Sentai, it's literally a movie that's like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the show, and depending on the team. Um, and the funny part is, Sentai's been doing it. They sort of started in the 70s with Jakku and Go Ranger. They stopped. It really didn't pick back up until O Ranger and Kaku Ranger, actually. And then, ever since, they've been doing a team up movie ever since. Um, Power Rangers, we kind of stopped after a while, which, you know. But yeah, this is gonna be the best, good, okay, meh, bad, and the worst. Some of these are gonna be different. They're all so cool. The one thing about the movies I do love is that one, the interaction, but two, just the story. Yeah, some of it can be meh, some of it could be this, but I don't mind it so much because it's just I love seeing the two teams work together and seeing how the differences they have, um, sorry, it becomes something else. And I thought that it's really cool, especially how they either clash or how they work off each other and all that stuff. So it's really, really cool. So, yeah, here we go. First one is the first ever one, which is Go Ranger versus Jakku. This one I sort of saw um, for a 70 is actually the length of an episode, but then it's one of those ones where I can kind of forgive itself because it sort of became like um it's kind of like it wasn't bad because it was two Sentai's kind of, I think, going to the same team or the same bad guy, so it's not a huge deal. This one I'm gonna put okay meh because it's not bad, because it's just it's not so bad where it's like, oh, I don't like watching it. It's also hard to find out of all the Sentai team ups because it is the older one and it's the first one. So, and it's shorter, surprisingly. So yeah, it's not bad. I actually like it. Old Ranger and Kaku Ranger. Now this one is, I don't mind it. Um, it's definitely fun. But because of O Ranger, the characters being all over, which wasn't their fault, um, it's not so bad. But at the same time, um, I'm kind of putting him bad because, as I love the Kaku Ranger, it felt they were trying too hard. Um, but it's not the worst. I mean, the worst is everything else sometimes when it comes to certain things, but it's not the worst. It's just I don't, when I watch it, I'm just like, nah. I'm just like, I don't want to watch it at times. I mean, I'll watch if I have to, but I'm still eh. Next one is Car Ranger versus O Ranger, or, all that stuff. This one, I'll kind of put in bad. Actually, okay. This one's more okay because you got two. Because the thing is, you got two different Sentais, and they're all different. But this is the one that they're so different. Because O Ranger was trying to be serious, but of course they went in so many different directions. And then you have, Car Ranger that is just hilariously funny half the time because literally I crack myself up with that show. But it's just very, 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 very. It's very hard to pick. It's not bad, but it's still one I enjoy watching, but at the same time, it's not like, oh, I want to watch this. I feel the need to watch this movie. Where if it's on the list, I'll watch it, but it's not, you know, eh. Then we got Car Ranger versus Mega Ranger. Sorry, it's just it's humid in my room, so it's like I'm trying to keep cool. Um, so we got Mega Ranger versus um Car Ranger. I as much as I like Mega Ranger and like Car Ranger, actually no, it's gonna be okay because I still kind of like it, but like the other one, it's just like I'm not running to see it, but it's still a good show and a good crossover. Gangaman versus Mega Ranger. This one actually I like. This one is really good. Um, actually no, best I actually like it because it's just funny. Just how Genta comes in, he's just like with the tree. Oh man, it's like what? Like it's just kind of fun. Like, and it's funny to compare this to the Power Rangers one because you got the Psycho Rangers in the other one. This one you didn't, which I didn't mind. But it is one of those things where it's like this one's not that bad. I actually like it. It's one of those ones I actually will watch again, over and over and over, and it's one I like. Only because like when they try to like go back into the school and they're like undercover, and it's like switch clothes with me. I still like the one where Ryuma. If I'm botching names, I'm sorry. Um, goes and sneaks out of the hospital, and Ginta's right there. It's like really. It's like really. I do like the battle scene in this though. The fight scene in this is really good. They each take on like one of the monsters. They team up, take on the monster. So I kind of like that. That's actually one of the things that's why it's the best because I like the fighting and stuff like that. And the story is not that bad either. It's how they come together. Also, it's cool because you got one that's nature, which is Ginga Man. The other one's the technology part of it. So it's really cool because they learn from each other, and I think that's amazing. Plus, I just like it. It's great. Especially yeah, Go 5 and Giga Man. I actually love this one. It is one I keep going back to. And it's funny because Life Rescue kind of had the same sort of story, but different bad guy. But this one was just really cool because it was like really fun. I still love when the kid and Ramon's getting patched up, right? And it's like, there's someone on the TV that probably a friend of yours, and it's Goki because he saved somebody, and being interviewed by like the what was it, the newspaper news reporters, and like Goki, and he's just like shy. It's like hi. I'm like, I love you right now because that's just fun, or even just like, you know, really cool to certain things, and it's fun. I also love the fact they go in when they because the three of them, the three oldest, are like the firefighters. They they're really cool. It's like, here, take these, and it's like I like your style. It's like, come on, um, and how they are helping. So I kind of like it, and they're learning from each other. On sorry, something caught my eye. Um, how they learn from each other, and I love it. It's just and the fight scenes in this is really good. And I love how they decide to do the Megazords. And I like the other story of this too, right? It's the one where it's Hyuga, the professor, and the kid. And this is what I mean by with the Gogo 5, with the professor. He got a lot to do. This is the thing about Sentai. He's not just a mentor. He's their father, but he's out there doing stuff. And I kind of like that. And he's not afraid to get in there and fight. Like, but the fact that he sees someone Hyuga, it's really nice. They're trying to find the beast. So, the Galactic Beast. I know it's Galactic Beast. It's one of those things. But, yeah, I still don't mind it. And the plot's not that bad. It's actually not, it's decent. And I like it. So, to me, it's just like, I love this plot. It's really fun. And I come back to it a lot. So the next one is Go-Go 5 and Time Ranger. Now this one is another one I like. It's one of my favorites. I still love it. I still love how they team up. One of the funny scenes I like are the two blues, like they're shooting at like the cyborgs. I forgot what they're called in Time Force, but they're shooting at them, and the two blues are like, "Don't be a show off, be a show off," and they're like, "Okay." It's like they're just those moments, and then you have like in another dimension, like they're fighting. Same with all this stuff. So I like it. It's one of my favorites. I still love it, and it's great. It's one of my favorite scenes. It's one of my favorite like movies. For it's like 90s 2000s, but I like it. And also everyone plays a part. The bird, which is Circuit, I know him as Circuit. I think his name is Tack, but I just call him Circuit. And the professor tries to like, um, I would say, protect him. It's really cool. And then Time Fire comes. I still love Time Fire's entrance. And they're like, it appears like, what the world is going on? And I love how it pans. Slowly moves the camera around. And it's just like, and it goes to that Time Fire. It's like, oh, hi. And even Circuit's like, they're done. So it was really cool. And it was really fun. I actually enjoyed it. I kept like saying, yes, this is really good. So it was good. I liked it. It was fun. I still watch it. It's one of those ones I still watch. And I love the fights in this. I don't know why. It's just the fights and the team ups are really good. And it was fun. This one is the anniversary one, which is Gal Ranger versus Super Sentai. Now, that's a difference. We kind of had that Forever Red. But this one was for Super Sentai, which they brought back Big One. It was fun. They brought back. Sorry, I can't talk today. They brought back Red Lion, which was from Live Man. They brought back Miku, and I love Miku in this because she is just so. She like takes the phone and she just walks off. It's like hi, and Cowie White is like following her. It's like, hey, give that back. It's like, and it's just looking at it. I'm like, I love you right now. Like, why are you doing this? And then we got not Gokai, sorry. Gingham Blue, which is really cool. And then we got, of course, Go Yellow. And if you guys know, like, around this time, the actor for Go Yellow, his health was decreasing because of, I think, a tumor that was going on with him. So, this was sort of his last role or time as Go Yellow, which is unfortunate because I actually liked him. But the one thing I like about this is just so great. But how they meet up. And here's the thing I love about this. They don't go with their colors. And I'm not saying that like in a bad thing. It's just like they go with people and like the Blue Ranger goes to Go Yellow because it works for that. Gal Black goes with Goki because they're both the strength and they're also like just the soft teddy bears. Miku and Gal White kind of go together because um, they're both pinks. And the one thing I love about this is that yeah, it's a clip show, but it's very like I like it. It's in a way where it's like yeah, it's a clip show, right? It's a clip show. People don't mind clip shows depending on how it is. But this showing like all the different from Sentai from Go Ranger up until then, of like the differences. Like Pink will do the whole switching outfits, and they have the different strength when it comes to the strength of the team. And the best part about this, especially with the guys, it's never just black or green. It's blue. It's this. So that's the one thing I like about it, which is nice. But yeah, this is gonna go in the good. Like it's not the best, but I still occasionally watch it. It's still good enough to be like, I like it. Plus, what goes in the good category is the fact that Gal Red, unmorphed, is literally fighting unmorphed the whole time because he can't morph. So he's literally like fighting. So like say what you want about the series, like it is kind of boring, but this movie is just like he's fighting by himself, and I'm just like out of suit too. It's like That's how you do it. Um, and I like how they play the live man like song for when they're fighting. So I think it's really cool. And Big One is great. Big One comes, he's like, in disguise, and then he goes, and it's like, oh, hi. I'm like, I love you right now. He's very charismatic. Like, the actor who plays Big One is just very charismatic in that, and I'm like, I like you right now. I love you. It's like, why? It's like, you're really cool. Ninja Storm, nah, sorry. Not Ninja, Hurricaneer, sorry. Uh, so next up is Gal Ranger versus Hurricaneer, which we didn't get this in the Power Rangers. We sort of stopped with team ups as much, unless it was anniversary. No, actually, no. We had a one for Down Thunder, but this one, I would say it's kind of bad. Like, I didn't mind it so much, but at the same time, story wise, like, I didn't mind the characters. Like, yeah, they grab their more first, but I kind of didn't like it just because I don't know. It's one where I'm like, mm, I don't mind skipping. But I still, it's actually it's bad, but it's not like the worst. Um, when I look at Sentai movies and people are like, why is there no worst one? Possibly it's because some of these are just like, for me, they're not so bad that they become like, oh, I'm not gonna watch them. Even the bad pile, I will still kind of watch them if like I'm bored or something, or if it's just like I want to watch something kind of cool. That's the reason why. But yeah, it just felt eh. Now we have Ranger versus Hurricaneer. This one I go with okay meh. It's been a while since I watched it, so I forgot. But I still kind of it's not bad. It's one where I like if I come across it, I'll probably still watch it. Um, so yeah, I still kind of like it. It's one of those ones that it's one of those ones where it's so bad it's good. Where like, oh yeah, I can watch this. It's not so bad. This is the one that I personally like, and I love so much because it is one of my favorites for the team ups because the two reds always clash, and it's so great. And then you have Jasmine literally being like, Abba, 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 and she walks out. And then yeah, like the best thing with Deca Pink and Aubrey Killer being like, Aubrey Killer's like, so you're the leader. You're kind of cute. It's like, really? And then Deca Pink's like, nonsense. Like, what? Like, what did you just say? I still love it when, like, was it, like, Deca Blue and Aubrey Yellow, like, switch their weapons and they try it out and it works. And green and red and Deca Ranger do it and it doesn't work. And I'm here like, thank you for this comedic gold. So this is why this is on the best category because it's just those funny moments are just so fun. And I still love when they try to bring back the fearsome villain or strongest villain. And it's Aubrey Killer. And then you realize, oh, he's good now. And the villains are like, we screwed up. We screwed up. We definitely screwed up. Like, it was the best reaction. And, like, one Decker's like, ally? Very powerful ally. Team member. And it's like, you're screwed now. So, it was really cool. I also like the ending. Also, I like when they meet up. It's the Croc phone. I love him. Out of all the monsters in Ranger, he is my favorite. Because he's just like, he is funny. The voice actor is great. I'm like, this is why I like this movie. Because it's just so funny. And I love how... Like, there's a scene when they're fighting the two Reds. Bon and, dang, I forgot his name. Aubrey Red. I can't remember names. A lot of them are the same. A lot of them, I'm like, I don't want to botch the names and get them wrong. Like, I don't want to do that. But those two, when they're fighting and they're arguing, they're like, oh, people are like arguing. And then they still punch the bad guys. It's like, da, da. And I'm like, I like you right now. So I'm like, I love this. It's just like there's moments in there that are so funny that it's very great. I actually highly recommend it if you like Deca Ranger or you like Abba Ranger. It's a good movie. The plot's kind of but a lot of the funniness of it kind of makes up for it. So it was kind of fun. I actually like it. Next up, we got Deca Ranger versus Magi Ranger. This one I actually like. It's not the best, but it's good. Like, the reason I put in good is because it's funny, because there's still funny moments, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, I enjoy it, but sorry, but it's just like there's no. It's a fun movie to watch. Let's go with that. And there's some moments I still remember, like Kai and Bond just arguing, and them going to the thing, and them just like stuff. I still love like blue and yellow, the Magic Ranger and Deca Blue, and they're yelling at Kai and think, and don't be stupid. It's like this, and I'm like, dude, what the heck, really? And I like it. It's just cool. Like, that's the one thing about some of these I like with the movies is like just how they interact with each other. It's one of the coolest things. But that one is great. But it's still good. It's still a good one to check out. Um, but yeah, it's still a good fun one. Um, to watch actually. Next is Magi Ranger. No, Bokinger versus Super Sentai. This was actually good. This one's actually, um, kind of like this one. This one's good. Boken Silver goes around because he has to find, some Sentai. So he gets Magi Yellow. He gets Aubrey Black, Hurricane Blue. I'm trying to think who else. Deca Break. And sorry. Even though it's on here, I still can't tell. And he gets them, which is cool. But then they're like, get out of here. But then they come to his rescue. But I actually didn't. It was actually not a bad movie. Even for like anniversary, as I said. But I'm just like, like it's one of those I will watch from time to time. But it's still good. Like, it's still one of those where if you like anniversary seasons, this is a good one for the team up. Same with the Gal Ranger, even though Gal Ranger is boring. But this is still good. Next is Geki Ranger versus Bokinger. This one, I'm putting it best because it has my favorite scenes and they're so funny. One is, and this is one I talked about in my last video, where Boken Yellow, Black, and Blue come to scratch. And Master Shafu walks in. And Boken Yellow sees Master Shafu and she's like, Neko! And she literally runs over and starts petting him. And then Boken, Black, and Blue are both trying to keep her. I was like, okay, it's enough. And then Master Shafu is like, no, keep going. And they're like, what? It's like, I mean, back to business. Let's go back to business. I was like, okay, that was good. That was good timing because I was like, thank you. And then apparently you got Retsu and his brother playing piano with their feet, which they never do it again, which is kind of funny. You would think they would, but I like how they were teaching them and vice versa. And that was one thing I liked about it. I liked how it was just so there's moments in that where that's why it's so funny that it sticks out, and I still love it. The interaction with them is great. The fight scenes were great. Like a lot of these, especially like some of these, like it's mostly the plot on some of these where the choreographed fight scenes are not that bad. Even though in the bad category, I still like the fight scenes. But that's one of the things I liked. That still sticks out to me. It's like, what the heck are you doing? I still like it. Now, this one is going to be different because people don't like the Go-Wangers. Some people like them, some people don't. I like Go-Wanger. I don't know why, I just do. So this is Go-Wanger versus Geki Ranger. And this was going to be the good. It's not the best, but it's still a pretty decent movie. Because you have... The way they meet up is great. Because... in Goanger's fashion, being red, literally comes and it's like, woo! It's like comes down. It's like, oh hi, and they're like, what are you doing here? So it's like, oh hi, how are you? So I actually don't mind it. It's a pretty good movie, and I like the fact they were teaching each other. Like at this point in Geki Ranger, they're masters, so John is teaching him. So I thought it was cool. This one, Shikinja versus Go Ranger. They tried to do for a samurai and RPM. It didn't work. But I would say this one goes to the best because I thought it was really fun. These are like some of these. The reason some of them are the best is either there's comedic timing in them, there's comedic gold, and also I just like it in general. But this one especially because he comes in and it's like, hi, him and Yosuke just fight, and Bumper is like, who's this guy? Shut up. It's like, okay. And this is when it's like it's a clash, but it's a good one. And I still have when they team up with the Goangers of how they team up. Like, it's very fun. Yosuke finds like, was it green and yellow of Goanger? Then you have black and blue team up with Chiaki and Kotaha. And of course silver and or Genta Mako team up with the Goan Wings. I thought it was cool. Also, I forgot to mention the Bokinger one. Rio and Melee come back, and I thought that was really cool. But yeah, getting back to this, it was a lot of fun. Even even the fight scene was cool. I love the one scene in the fight where Ryunosuke is like up on top of this tower, right? And down below, you got Gohan Green yelled like, "Where's Ryunosuke?" And it's like, "I'm here!" And then they all come and like bring bring the cloth or something. I forgot what they're called. Cloth out, and he's like, "Wee!" And it's like, okay, a little scared. Let's go. It's like, what? Like, it was so great, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite scenes. Another one is when like when they team up with the minions, and one of them doesn't even turn into a bike. It's just him on the back and like running, and I'm like, I love you right now. This is one we get. I think Senso Go Sager, which I didn't mind. I still, it was so much fun. I still love the lantern that Genta used, and it's like, oh, the Ghost Sager. It's like, who are you? Um, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. I actually liked it. It was one of my favorites, and I still watch it. It's still when I just laugh, and really good choreography. I would say. That's what I like about it, and it was and the worlds are really cool too. So next is Ghost Sager versus Shikinja. I'm doing this the best because these three are going to be the ones that, for some reason, they put 199 on here. Yeah, I have no clue why. But yeah, I'll deal with that later. But I'm putting this one the best because it as I said, it is fun how they meet up and how they help each other. I still love how they train together. You know, they use like Gosei Rangers, you know, powers, and then the kanji. So I thought it was really cool. I still love Genta and Gosei Knight's interaction because it's just like, do 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 do. Watch how I do. It's like, hey, I'm supposed to have that. And I love when the Gokaijers come and the lantern sees them and they're like, oh, hi. And Doc's like, we've been spotted. This comes into an episode in Gokaiger, by the way, so it makes sense that they're there. If you want to see it, I forgot what episode it was. Go check out Gokaiger. That's kind of where it kind of makes sense, but it's still good. But it's just a lot of fun. I don't know why, but with these team ups, they always have the Sentai. They always have the mechs. We don't have a thing for 199 movie, which is kind of weird. But I actually like that one. It's the Ghost Age Gokaiger movie. And it's one of my favorites. It's the one where it's like, I love it. It was a good anniversary one. You had Kenji Oba. You had, Rio come back from Die Ranger. You had Deca Pink. Yeah, a bunch of others come back. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really fun, and it was great. Like it was a lot of fun. The choreography was great. Uh, so in Ghost of Shikinger, they had the pinks, right? Uh, Eri, since I'm like pink power part, pink power, right? And so it's part one. And that one, she's Ahim, and she's like pink power part two, and I was like part two. It's like, oh, okay, it's like, oh yeah, because the first one. But it's still funny, and there's moments I just love, and they're taking on like, all the different range, all the different things, and how they team up. It's still one of my favorites, and it's a really cool intention of what an anniversary is, and I love it. It's just, and the fight scenes are great. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're like, wow. It's like, I love it right now. This one, Gokaiger versus Go Busters. Seeing what you want about Go Busters, I didn't mind it so much. Even with Cheetah and those guys, this is gonna be in the good. It's not the best, but it's still good enough where I still watch it because I think because the emotional impact on it. I think that no, actually, I'm gonna put this in the best because that's the reason. Is the emotional impact that it has, which is um basically them, spoiler alert, their buddies, the vehicles, lose power, and there's like there's just significant there's emotional thing, they cry and they're like, don't die. There is a scene that is great where it is the Gold Ranger, and he's Magic Yellow, right? He's the actor who played Magic Yellow, and pretty much he goes to this thing where it's like, oh hey, what's up, right? And then he gets the mech key, and it's Magic King from Magic Ranger, and he's like, this feels right. I'm like, it's a little hint, but it's like because he was Magic Yellow, so it works. But yeah, I actually liked it. Okay, now this one, this one with the Beast Morphers adaptation, yeah, it's very. I should really like doing it in comparison on some of the ones from Power Rangers and Sentai. This one, I would say, goes to the best. The reason is, one, it's all the dinos. You got most of them coming back, including the original G Ranger Red. I get why maybe the other four couldn't make it. What people don't realize is that a lot of times they sign up for Sentai's like the one season plus movies, but a lot of times they go out and have to go and get like do other dramas or TV shows or music. So a lot of times they're busy, so they can't come back. So I understand that because that's happened to like 10 years after with I think Joe's actor. I think he was doing the drama at the same time he was doing the film. So there was that whole schedule conflict sometimes. So I get that. So I didn't mind them not coming back. I didn't mind the voices, so I thought that was perfect. Um, and of course Aubrey Yellow, I think like her actress was retired, so that was different. But I still liked it. Like even the CGI wasn't bad. I liked how the fight scenes were really good. I liked how they teamed up, like Strength and the pterodactyls and all this stuff. I thought it was cool. Even the fight scenes is great. Go Busters are not in there that long, but I still liked it. I thought it was fun, and I liked the storyline wasn't too bad. This one is Kyotoju versus Tokyoju. This one's gonna go in good because the story's meh, but the characters are great and it's so much fun. And I love this one scene where it's yellow, white. No, that's ninja. Never mind. That's different. But this one's really cool because I like green and blue. Kyoja comes and they're on the thing, and then blue's like vroom vroom, and it's like, are you guys okay? Not really, but we're here to help. It's like, yeah, like, are you guys healed? No, not really, but we're here to help. And I'm like, I love you right now because you're great. But I still love it. It's like a good team up. It was actually not bad. I still love. I think what was it like Tokyo Orange and Pterodactyl, and they're just like, no, I die here, you die over there, and it's just like, okay. I still liked it. It was actually really fun. I still like the scene. I still like the movie, so it's not bad. This one's also gonna go in good. Sorry. Which is the Ninja and Tokyuger. I actually did not mind it. I thought it was fun. It was funny too. It was really funny. I liked how I think it was Ninja Yellow, uh, white a Ninja and pink a Tokyuger, and they're in the fog, and they're like did out and like where is he? And it's like and he's stepping on like little ninja stars, and Yellow's like he's right there. It's because Pink's like where is he? Where is he? It's like he's right there. He's like he's right there. He's fine. So I kind of like those little hints. I think this is the one where either this one or the um dinosaur one where the sixth ranger turns into kid on the other team, and he's like, I want to fight, but I'm here to take care of you. So I thought that was funny. I love Green, and also this one's really funny too, cause it was like it was a lot of fun. It was great, and I actually liked it. It was not a bad, uh, good bad team up. Next is Zildjian and Ninja. This one's still good. This is actually not bad. There's moments in there I just love because it's like there's one moment where it's like yellow and yellow. And Jinda's like I think explaining it's like, oh use your head and Leo's like, what? Use your head. He literally goes in and head butts him. And he's like, that's not what we meant. And I just thought it was really funny. I'm like, dude, that was so great. I still rewind that scene like so many times just to watch it because I'm like, I love it. But yeah, I still like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a good thing. And the fact that you have like a kid's like, oh, by the way, I'm your son. What? Even the dad's like, you're my grandson. What? What happened? So it's like, what? I love the dad. I love the dad in Ninja. He's one of my favorite dads. Here is Q Ranger versus Lupin. This is actually I'm gonna go best. This one's in best for me because it was a lot of fun. Like the fight scene was great. Everything was fun. I like this one where sorry, I thought I heard a big noise. Where what was it? It was oh yeah, it was like Stinger and those guys, and then you had the Lupin. I get confused on which one, but they're like the thieves. I'm confused on sometimes which one is which. And they're like, how many people? It's like, don't you have a Red Ranger? It's like, oh, we got a red, we got a green, we got. It's like, how many do you have? It's like 12. It's like what? It's like, to be fair, Q Ranger has one of the largest like number of Sentais besides Q Ranger. They're the two that have the most Rangers, I would say. But it's still funny, and I still love like when they go in the mechs. The commander's like, let's do it, and Raptor's like, oh, stop embarrassing us. He's like the uncle that is like just so fun, and I'm like, I love you right now. Why you gotta be this cool? But I still love like all the different things. It was a lot of fun, and I still like it. It's one of my favorites. For the deal. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. That's why it's one of the best. I think because I like Hugh Ranger a lot. That's why it kind of does the higher. Lupin versus Rio Soldier. This one's going the good because I actually like it. I like how they try to get their back. I like how they switch weapons. That's actually really cool. Actually, I like. There's one scene, and it's green and black on Rio Soldier's side, and you got green coming up, and he has this big huge blaster, and this comes up all stealth. It's like I'm here to save the day, and he like does it, and he goes back like 50 feet, and it's like, woo, that was great. And they're like, are you okay? It's like, woo, yeah, never better. It's like, heck. And then like they had, and then I remember like Rear Soldier Green uses it, and he's like, pew pew, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? Like it's just like, those are the moments I love because they're not trying to take themselves seriously, but at the same time they're funny. I still like it. It's so great. But yeah, that's why. But it's in the good because the story is lackluster, but it's still not that bad. Rio Soldier versus Kim Ranger. I actually like this one, but it's gonna go in the good because it just makes more sense. I don't mind it so much. Um, I still let the little sisters like beating up the guy, and that was actually a cool deal. But yeah, it was not bad. It was actually fun. I actually liked it. I mean, it's just going the good because it was like, it's not mad, but it's not the best. And then last but not least, we got. Hope you can see it. Care Major versus Senkaiser. This is the one that is so funny. I love it. I really love it. Sorry if you can't see it. It's behind this. That's because the watermark or not. It's gonna come there. Actually, no. Do this. Sorry. Um, but yeah, it's just funny. I still like when it's the blues and Kai and blue Care Major, and they're like, and he does this, sings, and he splits into two, and he cries, and then he comes back. It's like good acting. I'm like, what the heck? But I love it because it's so fun. And then Stacy is fighting on that side, and you got all the different things going on. So I thought it was really cool, and I actually like it. That was actually not a bad movie, and I keep going back to watch that one over and over again because it's so funny and it's because it's so great. Well, that was kind of long, short, however you want to describe it. This is my opinion of what I like for the versus movies for Sentai. Um, you know, if you agree with this list, let me know. But if you don't, what's your opinion? Do you like the versus movies, or what movies do you like or don't like? How would you do this kind of tier? I would like to know. So with that, I'm gonna end it here. Just click the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I'll see you in the next video. See you guys.